Review of the Fit Desk. And I had posted a review the beginning of this year about some pretty terrible experiences that I had with the Fit Desk. And basically just wanted to do an update on it. Actually, I returned it to Amazon outside of their 30-day return policy. The customer experience that I received from the company was so egregious that Amazon actually agreed to take the return outside of their window. And the reason that I returned it is that this pedal mechanism here was basically broken. It was clicking, and I tried to correspond with the company to get a replacement part, and it was so bad. You can read more details in the text portion of my review, but it was so bad that I ended up returning it by Amazon. So fast forward a couple months later, and the co-owner of the company, so it was his partner, I guess, that I had had such a bad experience with, actually reached out to me and apologized for the experience that I'd had. I guess he's now bought the other guy out. And so he basically offered me another Fit Desk to try for free. And I agreed to try it again, if just to, update my review. So here's what I'll say. Definitely much better customer experience dealing with this guy. Shipped it out to me for free. So I haven't paid for this one. But basically, I want to update the review and present sort of what my experience has been with this and now with an Exerpeutic exercise bike that I've purchased that I actually like a lot better. So basically, here are some of the issues that I have with the Fit Desk. The first thing is, and I'm going to get on it so you can see a little bit better, but the desk part is too far away from the actual seat. And I'm about 5'8", so I'm not by any means short, but basically, even if you push the laptop, sort of as far forward as you can, it's just too far away, and there's no adjustability in the height of the desk. So basically, sort of what you get is this. The other thing that I don't like is the fact that it's not a recumbent bike. So you can see I've put a sheepskin seat cover on that many people have recommended. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. I definitely get sore after using this for any long period of time. And then oddly enough, this, maybe I installed it wrong, but I thought I followed the instructions. This seat back doesn't really even go clear to vertical. So you're always sort of being tilted forward, and you almost have to tilt forward because the laptop is so far forward. So basically what it results in is you're sort of hunched over trying to work on a laptop on this desk. So the ergonomics just are not good. The other thing that I didn't like about it, and I am going to get on now, so let me pause for a second. So the other thing that I didn't like about it is I actually found that my ankle was sore after I used this for long periods of time, and I wasn't experiencing that with the Exerpeutic. But really, it's the ergonomics that just have killed it for me, that and the sore butt of trying to sit on this seat for extended periods of time. So I'm now sitting on it. I'm sort of being pushed forward by the seat in the back. And so I'm going to extend my arm fully out right now, and you can see I can't even reach the top keys. And this is with the desk pulled all the way back, as far back as it will go. So really, in order to actually type sort of naturally, I have to hunch over. And you can't really tell that I'm hunched over a bit now, but I am. So it's just not good ergonomics. I'm going to pause again. The other thing that I didn't like, and I indicated this in my first review, is you're supposed to be able to wheel it around on these wheels. You can see I have a hardwood floor. I like it. I care about it. I am not willing to use these cheap plastic wheels on my hardwood floor. I feel reasonably sure that it's not going to be good for a bike of this weight to be rolled around on those. So the wheels are pretty much useless, and I had given that feedback to the company, but they still haven't done anything about that. Apparently, they have improved the pedal mechanism, which was the thing that a lot of us were experiencing issues with it breaking on. So I just don't enjoy riding this as much. I had intended to use it long enough to see if the pedal mechanism broke again, but I just, life is too short to be hunched over your laptop when you have a more comfortable solution. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the Exerpeutic bike and the solution that I've come up with that. Okay, so this is the Exerpeutic bike, and what I really like about it is it's recumbent. So it's much more comfortable. I don't have the issues sort of with my ankle hurting like I do with the other one, and you can ride with it for pretty much as long as you want without getting a sore butt, so that's always a benefit. What you can see what I've done here, I have a very small amount of space that I wanted to put this in, and it actually ended up working. I used a Vivo laptop stand, which you can see is clamped onto my bookshelf here. And then it's basically got this arm that extends out and then the desk here. So basically what I was able to do is actually really set myself up in a much more ergonomically comfortable way. I know some other people have used the adjustable laptop stands and the hospital sort of trays and made that work as well with this bike, from what I've read in the reviews. That wasn't going to work in the space that I had, but this actually ended up working out almost perfectly. So basically, I've got something that's adjustable, so I was able to adjust it to a height that's comfortable to me, and I was able to push this up close enough to the desk where, and I'll get on it in a sec, you can see that I've just got a much more ergonomically comfortable setup. All right, so I'm on the Exerpeutic now, and I'm just going to reach out my hand, and you can see here that I'm actually able to reach as far as I want with the keys. So it's just a much more ergonomically comfortable setup. I can ride this for a very long time with a laptop or with a book or whatever on the tray. So this has worked out much better for me. And I'm going to stop pedaling so I'm not as out of breath now. So basically, here's what I would say. These two things combined cost a lot less than a fit desk. Now, granted, I didn't pay for this current fit desk that I have, but it's going to go on Craigslist because I just like the setup that I've been able to create for myself much better. And the cost of these two things combined is still, I think, probably $100 less than the fit desk. So, basically what I'd say, and I'll pause and I'll go back to the fit desk in a second just to show you again so you can compare them. But basically, the fit desk isn't great at being an exercise bike or a desk. It's sort of not the worst of both worlds, but it's a mediocre desk, it's a mediocre bike. And so I think you're much better actually buying the two things separately so that you can set yourself up a lot better ergonomically. So again, here's what I've done with the Exerpeutic bike and the Vivo laptop stand. Completely height adjustable, and basically if I did need it to be a little bit closer, I'd run into an issue, but again, I'm doing this in an extremely space-limited location. If you've got any more room to do this, you'll be in a lot better shape. And it's worked out just fine in this corner here, which is what I wanted, so it's worked out perfectly for me. I'm going to pause now and go back to the fit desk. All right, so here one more time is the fit desk. And like I said, not great at being a bike, not great at being a desk. So altogether, I wouldn't recommend this over the Exerpeutic with whatever sort of desk, I don't want to say jury rig, but that's basically what it is, that you sort of, roll for yourself. It ended up being better, particularly if you like a recumbent bike. If you like this sort of bike seat and you're okay with sitting on it for extended periods of time, then it might be fine for you. But I just can't justify paying $100 more when you are getting a less comfortable experience, basically, both from a bike standpoint and from a desk standpoint. So it's some things that I think they could do to improve the fit desk, aside from hopefully the pedal mechanism issues now being fixed, which again, I haven't tested it enough to see if that's truly the case. They really need the desk to go further back. The desk needs to be much closer to where the seat is. And ideally, the desk also needs to be height adjustable. And really, there needs to be a recumbent option, I think. If this is something that you really want to sit on for extended periods of time and use for an extended period of time, that seat is just not, it's just no good, particularly when there are other options out there that are much better. And then again, finally, the wheels are not good. This is also heavier than the Exerpeutic, which makes sense because it's got more, it's got a desk attached to it. So the Exerpeutic is a little bit easier to pick up and move around. Now that I've got it in that corner, I haven't needed to, but that's just something else to keep in mind. So that's my updated review of the Fit Desk. Good news, you're probably less likely to have terrible customer service problems, so I am actually going to up the star rating on my review, but I still really can't recommend this over the other options that are out there. Thanks.